boy, come here. Bunny. Look at that bunny boy. What's he doing? Is he hungry? Hi there. So I thought I would come out here. It's about 8:30 p.m. and it's cooled off quite a bit. It was actually a really beautiful day today. Not very much humidity at all, which is awesome. And so I was like, I think I'm gonna come out and do just a little mini tour of just a few select things. I wanted to start up on my porch and show you how that stuff is coming along, and then also take you down the lane and we'll see how far we get. We might just pop around and look at the things that are blooming. But it's just a really beautiful night and I thought we'd just kind of take a stroll around the garden. So let's start up here on the front porch. Right here, I'm happy to report this is doing fantastic. I thought that some of these plants like the coleus and the begonia and even maybe the hypoastes polka dot plant would struggle a little bit because they prefer a little bit more shade, but they're doing great. So you can see they're just loving life. This Gerbera daisy has just been blooming like crazy, and then this lavularia is blooming like crazy too, and I haven't fertilized this at all. That's been in there since the spring. I had it in there with my spring plantings and I just left it as is. So that is doing really great. Oh, and my tomatoes in there as well. I already picked 3 tomatoes off it and ate it. So that's pretty cool. This one right here is taking its sweet time to bloom, but it's starting to get blooms on it. It doesn't get hardly any sun at all, so I think that's why it is taking a little bit longer, which is fine. And then I got this coleus in here. It's doing great. This little section is doing really great too. And then this planter is just loving life as well. These coleus are getting massive. So you can kind of just see the coleus from the front and then the lavularia alyssum. And then in the back, you can see the beautiful begonia and hypoaste. I think there's another hypoaste in there, but it's hidden. So those are doing really great. And then my impatiens that I seeded are doing beautiful too. So I think this kind is the lipstick, maybe. It's a super pretty, like, hot pink. So I'm really happy with how the porch is turning out this year. It's a lot different than what I normally do. Let's go down to the lane. Actually, let's go out to the mailbox first. The mailbox is doing beautiful. It's so cool. So what I did is out here I usually plant red, white, and blue. And this spring I planted, I went red, white, and blue with pansies. And so if you look in here, there's still like red pansies in there and you can kind of see them popping out all around the back. This blue salvia is getting really big. This returns year after year. There's a pansy popping up right there. But it's kind of cool because these pansies, I left them in here. I didn't pull them out and they're doing great. I think they're just loving being surrounded by the other plants, so they're not, struggling in the heat and the sun. They just have lots of protection, and I think it kind of looks cool, like the mixture of the red and blue, like the white and kind of blue there, and then this blue salvia. So I'm really loving how that's looking this year. I just think it looks really neat. It's different. Let's see. Let's go over to the lane. I had some zinnias that I was going to plant out here, you guys, but after the rabbits completely ate all my zinnias. I couldn't do it. So I didn't end up planting any annuals in here this year. I might go up to the nursery. I've got lots of money still on my gift card, and I might pop some begonias in here because I don't have any begonias left that I seeded, but I think it still looks kind of pretty just as is. Alright, so we'll go over to the lane. Hopefully this looks okay in this light. Oh yeah, it's not bad. I do have some hibiscus here, and this is the pink one. It's not Holy Grail, but it's the pink one. I can't remember the variety. And then this is a Artemisia. Let me see what kind this is. I gotta memorize all the names because this is a very new garden bed. Silver brocade Artemisia. This right here is a phlox, and I gotta remember the name on that. Luminary Sunset Coral. So that's looking good. That is a lupin. What color was that? West Country Blacksmith lupin, and this was so pretty when it bloomed. I'm not gonna cut these off. I'm gonna let them die back and see if I can save some of the seeds. This is a Daisy May, I believe. I think it's a Daisy May, Amazing Daisies, Leucanthemum. Just a beautiful plant, and you can cut all these off and they'll throw up more blooms, but they last for a really long time. This coneflower has been eaten several times by the bunnies, but it's called Color Coded. The fuchsia is bright. And then in here, these are my Midnight Masquerade penstemon that I transplanted the other day with my lemony lace elderberry. And this has some like browning on it. I think it's getting too much water. This section out here is a low spot, and the soil is kind of clayey, and so it retains moisture very well. This is my little glow blue spruce tree, and then I have 5 caramel heuchera in here. So pretty. Here's another Midnight Masquerade, and I'm planning on moving this one, if you haven't heard me say that already a million times. But I just, it was a lot smaller, obviously, when I planted it in here. And I planted it before I got this tree in here, so I like to move it. I gotta prune that little branch off. This is a Invincible Ruby hydrangea. It's so beautiful. I love that color. There's like no other pink color that I've seen that looks quite like that. In there I've got the cherry truffle heuchera, and then these used to be really beautiful allium, but the bunnies completely ate those a long time ago, so they are perennial. They'll come back. I'll just be sure to sprinkle some rabbit repellent on them next year. Oh, I was gonna pull that, but it's a pokey one. This one I think is called Marshmallow. Let me see. Yep, Amazing Daisies Marshmallow. Isn't that pretty? That grass is a Shenandoah grass. These are the penstemon I transplanted yesterday. I love these little sedum right here. These are called Bright Ideas, or Bright Idea, singular maybe. And I just love the little growth habit that they have and the color that they provide. And they look like that pretty much all season long. It's pretty cool. This is called a Homelo Lamb's Ear. I love the foliage on it, and I love the straight stems with the blooms. I really want to get some more of that. And then I just kind of have some things repeating. So there's another Invincible Ruby. I've got a Quickfire Fab over here. These blooms turn the most beautiful pink. I just transplanted these lupin, so they look a little rough. Same with that daisy, I transplanted that. Down here I've got cat's pajamas, Nepeta or catmint, And I just transplanted all this as well, maybe like a few weeks ago. This is called a purple knockout salvia. It's a really beautiful foliage plant, so it provides me this really pretty red color all year long. And these have already bloomed, but I'm gonna leave the stalks because I think they're kind of neat looking. This is a little blue star juniper. Let's see. There's a little hydrangea there. And a coneflower. I don't know what kind that is. I'll have to look at my tags. My coneflowers are a lot smaller out here because the bunny eats them. It's crazy. And then I just have another repeat of the Bright Idea sedum with another penstemon. Here's some zinnia in here that I kind of left, but I planted patches, beautiful patches of zinnia all through and out here, and the rabbits have just like eaten it all. It's really annoying. Here's another coneflower. I think I actually transplanted these coneflower, that one and that one. That's why they don't have a tag. I transplanted them from the living river when I moved the plants. I think they were down there and I moved them, so that's why they don't have a tag. This one is super pretty, this daisy. This is called Spun Silk. It's massive. And this lady's mantle has been blooming like this all season long, and it loves this spot. This is another example of something that I had these plants down in the gully for probably like, I don't know, 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years, and they never did anything. They were tiny, and I thought, I'm just moving them. I'm gonna move them to a completely different spot to get completely different exposure, and they're beautiful. So I love it. Back here, this is another quick fire fab. These blooms are gonna turn really cool pink color. This is a little sunflower that the birds gifted me. Right down here, I have this little kind of pallet walkway. It's literally just laying on the top of the mulch. It's nothing fancy. I got a couple of double topiaries there, and then around that is the, what is that? Mahogany monster, heuchera. Let's see here. This is looking so pretty, all the colors in here. And my cleome is blooming. I thought this was a mix, but it's all ending up blooming white, and I kind of love it. Usually I get like the pink, purple, and white mix, but this is actually like really pretty. It looks like it's glowing. My hibiscus are all popping up. This one is the Holy Grail. It gets a beautiful deep red bloom on it. And I did spray paint my allium bulbs the other day. I came out here and just spray painted those, so I think they look kind of neat. Oh look, I am getting a little pink one right there. The rest are the white color. And let's see, let's go down this way. All the little bees getting some of that lamb's ear. Okay. Oh, there's bees everywhere. Okay, I gotta show you guys my living river. I've been coming out here, not every day, but maybe like every 4 days or 5 days or so, and sprinkling it with the liquid fence, the powder, and it's doing great. Yeah, I love it. It's just growing right in. I got red on the sides, and then the lipstick, I think it was lipstick in the middle, and then I had extra cleome, so you'll see I kind of spotted some little cleomes in here too to make it look a little bit wild, I guess. But I'm really happy with how it's turning out. My hydrangea that I transplanted in the winter last year is blooming, so that's pretty awesome. Here, we'll get a little closer look at it. and they're not touching, the bunnies aren't touching my impatiens in here, so that's good. But yeah, I transplanted this guy, I don't know, I think in January out here, and I'm like, I don't know, we'll see how it does. And it's beautiful. I want to put some more back here, but I'll wait till they're done kind of blooming over there. Yeah, this is looking really pretty in here. It's just a bunch of hosta. I'll probably come through and do a hosta tour at some point. I usually do that once a year. Yeah, it's looking really pretty. Oh, these are some more, what is this? Daisy May. This is my favorite daisy. Daisy Mays. These I transplanted from down in there last year. So they love that spot right there. This is my dappled willow tree. A lot of you guys ask me what that tree is, and it's beautiful. I love it because it doesn't get a flower on it, but it just has this really pretty color all season long. That to me is worth more than a flower, because you've heard me say it a million times, all the flowering perennials flower for, you know, a few weeks and then they're done. But if you've got something with really neat foliage like that, it provides you with color all season long. Let's see. Oh, my blue salvia is blooming, and this returns year after year. This is just the Victoria blue salvia. And I've got a patch of coneflower that kind of, I don't know, I think I started out with 3 plants in here, and they just kind of keep reseeding themselves. They love it in here. And matter of fact, they were all the powwow wildberry, which kind of looks like that, like a deeper pink color. And some of them are reverting back to the, is it purplea or something? I'm blanking on the name, but it's just like the original purple coneflower, echinacea. I do have some white ones left, so that's kind of cool. Some of my hosta are starting to bloom. And, oh, goodness, the bunnies haven't touched those impatiens. It's just taking them a little bit to grow because I got them planted late. But I think this is really cool how I got my angel, blue angel there, and they're both blooming right now. These phlox have been blooming for so long. If you guys love phlox, get you some of these. They're called Cloudburst, and they just, yeah, I don't know. They've been blooming since early this spring, so they're awesome. Stop it right now. Japanese beetle. It's the first one I've seen. Oh, I should get some soapy water, but we're flicking him right now. Ugh. All right, we'll just kind of quickly go through here and I'll show you. We did have kind of a storm last night, so there's some, oh my gosh, there's a big limb down over there. I gotta pick that up. But yeah, this section here is looking all right. This section in here, I've just never really been able to grow too many things. That's why it's kind of like a hodgepodge, and I just have hosta, which grow anywhere for me. And then all of these coneflower, they've reseeded themselves in here. I did not plant most of these in here. They just kind of pop up on their own, and I let them do their thing. Let's see. I spotted some impatiens in here, so those are looking really pretty. Just that little extra touch of color makes a huge difference. I'm wondering if we're gonna turn up a bunny here soon. Oh, I see something that's blooming. I'm excited. But yeah, my little path is looking great. I did plug a couple of little begonias in here just for some color. Gosh, I'm thinking I might have to move these, what is it called? Georgia peach, heuchera, because they're getting, I don't know, these ferns are kind of overtaking them. I love the color in there, but we'll leave them for now. They're fine. But look at this, my little blue mouse ear hosta are blooming. They get the cutest little blooms on them. Oh, there's a weed. Yeah, these walnut tree leaves just shed so much. But yeah, those are gonna be really pretty here soon. And oh, here's some plants I still have to plant. I'll show you guys these later, but I got them at the nursery. I'm really excited about them. Yep, here's a big branch. Oof. Oh my gosh, it's a big one. Oh, there's another one. I'll take care of them later. Oh, my Stobie is blooming. These are another plant that I moved last year or the previous year. I think last year actually. They would come up every year, but they just wouldn't perform very well. They just were kind of there. And so I was like, you know what? I'm moving them to a different spot. We're going to see how they do. So I just clumped them all up in this little area, and they're doing great. And they're blooming. I think they're visions in pink. I think that's what they are. So yeah, I love them there, and I'm gonna just kind of let them do their thing. This little planter is doing great. Planted this early on this year, and I bought this from the garden center, and then I just pulled all these little things from my yard. So I think I split up, or I dug up 3 little chunks of lamium and then 3 little chunks of carex that wasn't really doing much, and planted it in there. Oh boy, look at all the weeds in here. With all the rain and the humidity that we've had, I'm gonna have to come in here and do some cleanup. That'll be fun. Oh yeah, I gotta clean that bird bath. You guys are seeing all this real life here. Sticks and limbs and weeds and all. Let's see, what else could I show you? I've been wanting to trim back these bleeding heart, which I usually trim back earlier than now. But they're just looking fine right now. So I'm just gonna kind of let them continue to brown up, and then we'll wait till they all kind of look like this, and then I'll come in and prune the rest of them back. These hosta right here, I noticed they got eaten last year too. These are the blue Hawaii hosta, and I've got 3 of them right here. There's 1, 2, 3. They got eaten last year too. I don't know what it is about that hosta. I mean, there's tons of other hosta in here, and the bunnies just choose to eat that. I'm not really sure if it tastes better. Maybe it tastes like ice cream or something. I don't know. Let's see here. This is kind of looking beautiful. I love it because it kind of looks red, white, and blue, with my red begonias, kind of the white autumn frost hosta, and then the blue Hawaii hosta. I am loving this hosta. It's taken, well, I think I planted it maybe 3 years ago. It's called Coast to Coast. It's a Proven Winner Shadowland hosta, and I just love the growth habit of it. Isn't it really neat? I mean, it's the same color as that Sum and Substance, but the leaves are like more ribbed and flat, I guess. I don't know. It's just a really neat looking hosta, and it's taken a while for it to kind of do its thing there. I'm really loving this section too. I came in here and moved a big Brunnera, I think maybe 2 Brunnera that were driving me nuts, and I put them over there in my rainbow bed, and I just love this section so much more. I usually come in here and put annuals, but like I said, I kind of, after the bunnies started eating all my annuals, I got a little bit discouraged, so I quit planting any more down here. But so like this Brunnera, you can see how beautiful this is after I trimmed back all of these the other day. So I came in here and trimmed back all these bloom stalks, and the leaves are already starting to look much better. These hosta are one of my favorites. They're called stained glass, and then I have them planted with looking glass Brunnera. And oh, my bird bath, I just absolutely love this bird bath, you guys. It's so beautiful. Here's another one of my favorite hosta. This is called Francis William. And my Wrinkle in Time hosta are starting to get some blooms on them too. These are really precious purple blooms when they bloom. This is another one that the bunny has been eating. It's crazy how much the bunny has been eating these days. It's really nuts. Okay, I'm gonna just show you a couple more things because my battery just said it's going dead. These roses are so neat. I love these. They're Easy Elegans roses. They bloom pretty much all summer. I do have to come in and prune. Oh, I've got some Astilbe blooming in my dump bed. So I might move this up. I really love it. I might move it up to where my other Astilbe is, where it's doing great. Look at that hosta. Isn't that cool? I think this is called, oh my gosh. What is that called? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. I have a tag for it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna make me nuts. What is it? Tutti Frutti, I think. I think it's called Tutti Frutti. And I don't have a tag. Don't let me forget the name of that. Tutti Frutti hosta. Oh, something gross I touched. Ew. These are called Barbara Ann hosta. So I've got 3 of them in there. Has some Jack Frost Brunnera. Some sedum in there. These are super cute. These are called Sunset Grooves. Love those ones. Ew, that's grossing me out. I don't know what that is, you guys. I should go put it in the pool. Ugh. My Astilbe is on the way out. You guys, there's a raccoon in my pool. Oh my gosh. Hey, buddy. Oh, is he gonna be able to get out? Okay, good. Can you get out? Oh, there's another one. Oh, he's getting out. Hi, bud. I'm gonna get up here, you guys. Okay, there's another one right over there. Wowie. Those are probably the baby raccoons I seen the other day. The other one just went under the hosta. Hey, bud. Where's your mom? Don't you have a mom? Where's your mommy? Oh, I feel bad for him. No? Is that his mom? Oh. Oh, she did? Okay. Okay, good. I was worried about him. You can do it, bud. Oh, there she is. She found him. Oh, no, those are 2 babies. Aren't they? Look at them, Nate. They're, oh. Oh, look at them. You think it is?
No.
I think it might be the baby because it looks pretty small. But, no, it's the mom, right? Unless they're just like orphans and they love each other so much.
No, I don't think the mom came back out of the woods.
They're so cute. I was gonna show you what's going on down here, but I don't really wanna bother, you know, what's going on with their raccoons. I'm not afraid of the babies or anything, but I know the mom is probably around here somewhere and I just don't wanna bother her, make her mad or frighten the babies or her or anything. So I think that we're gonna be done, and then I'll show you the rest of my stuff, how it's doing a little bit later. Actually, while we're up here, these are all the geraniums that I overwintered. They're doing great. There's some pink ones, these red ones, and then this one is just massive. I need to do some deadheading, but I kind of savor the bloom for as long as I can and just pick out the dead in the middle, and if it still has nice around the edges, I leave it. But yeah, I overwintered these ones. These ones in particular, this is the 3rd year I've overwintered them, so this is the 4th year I've had them. And I literally just put them upside down in a paper bag over the winter and get them out about 6 weeks before my last frost date, plant them up, water them, get fertilizer on them, and this is how they look. I don't have to pay for zonal geraniums. Well, thank you guys so much for walking around a little bit of the garden with me tonight and seeing what's blooming. I'm especially excited I got to see those baby raccoons. They are so cute. And I think I'm just gonna like sit up here for a while and watch them, because they kind of, like, to be honest with me, if you see my cat Max, they kind of remind me of my cat Max. They look kind of like him, and I always tell Max, I'm like, buddy, you look like a raccoon. I don't know if he's like part raccoon or what, but so I kind of have like a special sentimental spot in my heart for raccoons because of Max, and also because of Raccoon Alley. They kind of claimed that section for their own. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Hope that you have just a wonderful day. I truly do. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye. They're kind of just like licking each other or checking for fleas. I don't know.
Says raccoons can swim in water pretty well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well that's good. Alright, well that's good to know. I know I seen him in there getting a drink. I was like, I think I was more concerned about him drinking the chlorine water. But, I mean, they eat trash, so.
Looks like Max from behind.
That's what I just said! Hi, buddy. You're so cute. I really want to go down there. So I stood up here too long and Nate locked the slider door, so I have to go down here to get back inside. So I'm gonna attempt to do this without getting like attacked by a raccoon. Hey buddy. Hey bud. I'm just gonna walk up. Okay? Gosh. They're just like hugging each other. It's the cutest thing ever. I think they're both babies. Here, let's go up here. I think those are the babies I seen in the tree the other day. Oh, look at them. All right, we'll let him go.